Hey, welcome to Dirty Laundry.
And welcome to Dirty Laundry.
I'm your host, Pumpkin.
I'm KenBarbie.
He's so sexy. He always got to be so sexy with it. Everything you do is so extra. We took like 30 pictures before we came on set.
My pretty boos want to be able to see the visual.
Before you get on air.
Appreciate it.
Even though they get to see you all week, they got to see a picture of you before you get on air. And then
I got to give them the exclusive sneak peek behind the scenes. You guys appreciate it. Give me your feedback on Instagram since Pumpkin obviously doesn't believe in it.
I'm not a believer. All right, y'all. So tonight, of course, for the new viewers, Dirty Laundry, you told me I have to explain it. And I said 6 times. It's a show that we've been doing for almost a year now.
Let me explain. Okay, for anybody who's not familiar with Dirty Laundry, we're actually in our 2nd season at this point. And Dirty Laundry is, in a nutshell, just a no-holds-barred sex and relationships talk show where we don't really hold anything back. The name of the show is Dirty Laundry because we air it out. We put everything to the forefront here. So you guys can also give us a call, let us know what's on your mind, what you want to air out, whether that's a person, a thing that's going on, something that's going on in the industry. Just let us know what's bothering you.
So, disclaimer, if you have children that are up right now, under the age of what, Ken? What age?
But today, it's actually a little bit safer.
But children don't need to hear this. It might not be safe once I start talking. It might not be safe. When we start talking about eggs in a basket.
Well, let's let them decide that. What are we talking about tonight?
Tonight, y'all, we're going to be talking about putting your eggs in one basket. You know, you're in a relationship. Do you cut off everybody that you've been dealing with? Your friends, your male friends, your exes? Just maybe you got the good morning texter that I told y'all about last week. Maybe you got that. So do you cut all that off? So let's talk about putting your eggs in one basket.
Right. I know y'all have heard of the X Factor, but tonight we're giving y'all the X Factor.
The egg factor.
And for my top 10 tonight, I'm actually going to give you the top 10 conversations that you should have with your partner before committing to that one person and putting your eggs into that one basket, so to speak.
Yeah, because you definitely need that. Y'all need to have the talk.
It's certain things that you need to put on the table before you decide that this is the one for me and this is what I'm going to put all my all into.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit later, though. So you ready to get into the dirty?
Let's go.
All right. And for y'all unfamiliar, of course, the dirty is our news and entertainment discussion. Most of these stories can be found at KenBarbie.com, which is your #1 source for news and entertainment. So it's a little bit interesting this week. It seems like, I feel like a lot of people got a get out of jail free card, so to speak.
Okay.
Starting off, back in the day, what is it, about 96, 97, were you a fan of Lauryn Hill?
I was. And you know what's crazy is I seen this picture that hit the net this week. It didn't look like her.
She's definitely changed. It's not the same Lauryn from Sister Act, but let's get into the story. So music fans have been hungry for a solid collection of new music from Lauryn for well over a decade at this point. And it appears that we may be just about to get that. Thanks to the U.S. government.
What? What happened? I know you're going to tell me.
Apparently, Lauryn has inked a brand new deal with Sony Records, which will help her avoid and pay off pending jail time which she was facing based on her recent tax troubles.
Okay.
During Monday's court proceedings in Newark, New Jersey, the attorney revealed that Hill has signed a new deal with Sony and was set to receive $1 million for recording 5 new songs, plus additional money for an entire album worth of music if she decides to go that route. However, at this time, Hill has not finished recording anything, but she has stated that to fulfill these obligations, she will be recording and releasing the new music.
Okay.
This is my take on it. I'm excited.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how much you guys may know about why Lauryn hasn't been releasing any music in the past few years.
You gonna tell us, Ken?
Just to sum that up.
You gonna tell us?
Of course.
Tell me.
Just to sum that up, she felt like what was going on in the industry, she couldn't organically release her music. She couldn't release what she wanted to. She had to be commercial and succumb to what everybody was expecting her to release to fit in.
No, these days, you can drop anything.
Can you?
I just dropped my hands on the table. I just dropped my hands on the table. New song. I'm dropping that track.
So, what I was getting to, because I don't know what that was, and neither do you.
That's my new song. You can do anything, Lauren.
But what I was getting to is just that.
Don't let him hold you back.
While we've been waiting for new Lauryn music for so long, at the same time, if her heart isn't in it, and she's just doing this to avoid going to jail, it might not be the same. This might not be the L Boogie that we're used to from the past.
Because she told a story. You know what I'm saying? In the past, she told a story. We was loving Lauryn Hill. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Ken. Me personally, I like Lauryn Hill, so I would listen to the album. I want to see what she got. I would like to see what she got.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens. For those of you who aren't used to that time back in music, Lauryn's debut album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, actually sold over 10 million copies, which is very rare this day and age. So I'm hoping she can just touch a bit of the success that she saw way back when. Exactly. So let's just hope for the best with that.
All right.
All right. Now, our second get-out-of-jail-free person for the week. Not only does rapper Lil Scrappy have more teeth than a great white shark, but apparently he has a really good lawyer, like a really good one. And the reason I say that, I reported via radio last week that the rapper would be turning himself in to authorities for violating his probation and refusing to give a legitimate P-test.
Wow.
However, apparently, after turning himself in just this past Monday, Scrappy tweeted Wednesday morning, "I'm out, Biz Naive." You know, no. Matter of fact, I'm not even about to try to decipher what Scrappy's saying.
Yeah, what is he saying?
In a nutshell, Scrappy was released the very next day. According to TMZ, Scrappy's attorney was able to get the warrant recalled, which allowed the rapper more time to sort out and submit a legitimate P-test. And he'll be appearing back in court on May 16th.
Okay, is this child support again?
No, it's really they just want to make sure that he stays on the straight and narrow, stay off of drugs.
Oh, that's what they do now?
Stay off of drugs.
Oh, that's what they do now. You know, what is drugs?
If you have
is it just weed?
Is that not a drug?
Yeah, it is. I mean, well, in some places it really isn't. It's legal. It's a legal drug.
That is a whole nother conversation for a different day.
I got cataracts.
Me personally, I don't do drugs. But I mean, I guess you guys go ahead and put away your free Scrappy T-shirts at this point.
Yeah,
he's out.
He's good.
Shout out to Scrap. And of course, I'm pretty sure the VH1 cameras were there to capture all of this, so we'll be able to see all of this documented pretty soon.
I'm very sure. I can't wait to see that.
Did you catch the Love and Hip Hop premiere?
I definitely caught the premiere.
What do you think?
The show started off like boom. Like it was like the New York season. They don't got nothing on Atlanta.
And New York is garbage.
They got nothing on Atlanta.
I'm definitely interested in seeing where Atlanta progresses.
Yeah.
It's actually entertaining throughout the season.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Speaking of VH1 reality TV stars,
all right.
Draya of Basketball Wives Los Angeles.
Yo, boo thing.
I love her.
I know you did.
Okay, you guys, listen.
I seen you post a picture of her today on the gram, Ken.
Draya is like my girl crush. Like I would honestly never touch cooch, but I love her. Like,
oh God.
Like she's a friend in my head or something. And we've actually had a little brief exchange via Instagram and Twitter. So you know I got my life off of that. But
she following you?
Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Let's get into the story.
You do wear her clothing line.
I do. I definitely support her clothing line, Finance Girls, which takes us into the story. Draya has seen quite a bit of success with her new T-shirt line, Finance Girls. However, as with many successes, which you and I, of course, know, there's going to be a fair amount of criticism.
Yeah.
Now, earlier on in the week, the LA star caused quite a stir when she uploaded an image of an upcoming T-shirt featuring none other than the iconic Whitney Houston. Over Whitney Houston's face was the caption "Early 20s," and Whitney was holding up a sign that says "Say no to drugs."
I didn't get it. I seen that, but I didn't get it. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know Draya was behind that.
Yeah, she's dead serious. This is going to be an upcoming t-shirt. And after fans and followers began to bash the t-shirt, Draya attempted to explain her intentions when she tweeted, "We would never disrespect the diva Whitney. She held up the sign herself, raising awareness amongst girls. I'm doing the same thing." I can't say that I personally fully understand the message that Draya is trying to convey.
I don't.
To me, honestly, as much as I love Draya, you know I love you, girl. But it's insensitive to an extent.
You know I love you, girl. Because you watching this. She's a fan of Dirty Laundry.
I mean, I am pretty sure that she meant no harm. So
I mean, a lot of them don't, Ken. You know, a lot of the stars don't, but at the end of the day, it's her vision. We don't know what she sees.
Right.
Because I can't get it. Let Whitney rest in peace, Draya. Seriously.
I'm going to go ahead and say to go ahead and give that one a rest. Just stick with the normal fine-ass girls tees. We've been loving that. Hold off on the Whitney thing. We don't need that right now.
Not right now. Don't touch that. It's still sensitive.
All right. And moving on to our last story. Let me tell you something. You guys, I woke Pumpkin up this morning.
Lord. This part of the news.
It has to be.
Oh
this is the news. This is not a part of it. Listen to me. I woke Pumpkin up this morning with a video of the Queen. And when I say the Queen, I'm talking about King B, Beyonce. She performed her brand new record, Grown Woman, in Paris. And the video, of course, is on KenBarbie.com. But Pumpkin, first, let me ask you what you thought, because we already know how I feel.
Well,
what do you think?
If you get a text message in the morning with praying hands saying, you got to watch this video, you know, I'm like, hey, we made it? Like, we've made it. Dirty Laundry has made it. Yes. You know, that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, yes, click the link. Go to the link. It's Beyonce. The only thing I liked was her outfit.
Are you serious?
The only thing I liked was her outfit.
Listen, she performed the song blindfolded.
Hold on. She didn't perform the whole song blindfolded, y'all. She give you a good 60 seconds.
Y'all got to go check the video out. When I say she's giving you the best travel, blindfolded, twerk it for the gods, turn it upside down.
60 seconds.
She did it.
60 seconds.
She did it. She did her thing.
Ken,
okay?
They rehearsed it blindfolded.
Can you do it? When are you doing it, Pumpkin? Beyonce does not have
Give me a blindfold. Wait till next week. I got to rehearse just like she did.
I mean, but really, there's not much that I can say to describe the epicness of that performance and what you will see when you witness it. So just go to KenBarbie.com and check that out. Queen Creole is back.
Oh, boy. He loves Beyonce.
You have to.
Look, check out her outfit.
My Auntie B.
If it's any designers out there, I'd like to get those little shorts with the little fluff on the back. You know, it gives your butt, you know, your bottom a little curve to it. The little fluff that was on.
That was all Auntie B. There was no padding. There was no skirt. That was Auntie B.
She paid for her stuff, too. I don't believe none of these celebrities shapeless you think they are. They got the money to pay for this stuff. You see what I'm saying?
There's definitely the obvious.
Now, remember she had a baby?
My cousin
looked like she never had one.
That's hard work and dedication.
Right.
We're not going to get into that today because, Pumpkin, I would like for you to go to heaven. And I think as we sit here talking about Beezus, if you disrespect her like this, it's not going to happen. I don't want to see that happen to you. Yeah. So let's get into what we're talking about today.
I'd like to make it to heaven. All right, guys. So as we told y'all, you know, we've been promoting on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everything else that we might have.
We've been promoting.
ThePShow.com. Check that out tomorrow, 3 to 5.
It's not time for that. Come on.
Yeah. You plugged It's KenBarbie. I know you going to let me plug the P Show. All right. So should you put all your eggs in one basket in a relationship?
And for those who are unfamiliar with the term of putting all your eggs in one basket, it's really just saying when you start dating, are you putting your all into this one person? Or are you dividing your eggs up amongst the different people and spreading the fruits of your labor?
Is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex?
We'll get into that a little bit later. And also, we'll be putting the number up in just a few seconds for you guys to give us a call throughout
That's
this.
right.
The number, of course, is 804-915-5202. But I want to get into my top 10. Before we get too deep into the discussion, let's talk about the conversations that you need to have with this person before you decide that you want to fully commit.
Ken brought paper tonight, y'all.
Of course,
it's gonna get serious.
It's documentation.
I'm ready. I ain't bring no notebook, paper, or nothing, because I might need to take notes on
I
this.
do need you to take notes on this.
Yeah, I might need to take notes on that. Maybe one of our assistants.
Now, of course, before we get into my top 10, y'all know I have to put out a disclaimer. You don't have to have these conversations with the person you're dating tomorrow, or really even all at the same time. But you do need to gauge your thoughts with these questions, as they're very important. And if you start to notice where your partner is straying away every time you begin to have this conversation, then you already know what time it is.
Yeah.
You need to go ahead and move on, because they're not putting all their eggs in any basket with you. So you ready to get into it?
Oh, can't wait.
And me and Pumpkin have been actually going back and forth all week pretty much about this subject. So
Definitely.
We'll get into why after the top 10, but let's get it started. So again, these are the top 10 conversations that you would want to have with your partner before fully committing to that one person.
Got my notebook paper,
You
thanks
need
to
it.
our handy assistant.
You need it.
Let's go.
Number 10. You want to ask them, what does commitment actually mean? This is a conversation that you need to have more than once, and on quite a few different occasions. Commitment for most people it's not a switch that you can just turn on and off, and unfortunately a lot of people do believe that. You have to ask, what would it mean for you to truly commit to this person? What do you think the obstacles of this commitment might be? What would be a trouble for you where you decide, I might not be able to do this? So you need to set those expectations with your partner outright so you know what you're getting into.
That's a question you ask somebody?
Absolutely.
So you need to go ask somebody, what does a commitment mean to them? So, Ken, what does a commitment mean to you?
We'll get into that. But continue with my question. Of course, the word commitment has its dictionary definition.
Yeah.
But none of it matters more than what commitment means to you and your partner. You have to have this conversation. If I'm telling you, okay, we're committed to each other, and you think commitment means that we're dating exclusively, but you can still bring somebody else in our bedroom every other week.
Why is somebody in your bedroom?
That's an example. But what I'm saying is if we're not on the same page as far as what commitment is, then we can't properly do this. Okay. So you want to ask your partner first and foremost, what exactly is commitment? What are we doing together? We're on the same page?
No. I just asked you, what does it mean?
What does commitment mean to me?
What does it mean to you, Ken? We're going to pretend like we're in a relationship right now.
To me, commitment means I'm dedicating myself to you. I'm not giving my time. I'm not giving my attention. I'm not doing anything inappropriate with someone else that I should be giving exclusively to you.
Okay.
If we're pursuing a serious relationship together.
All right.
What is commitment to you, Pumpkin?
A ring.
What?
Marriage.
So you have to be married to be fully committed?
Yes, let's get married.
Oh my gosh.
We can work on the friendship. Once you get married, there's a commitment. A lifelong commitment.
This is going to be a very long conversation.
Yes, it is.
Number 9, you want to establish what your partner is afraid of as far as commitment. When you're committing to someone, everybody has their own fears as to why commitment is this big, scary issue that they don't want to get into. I mean, do you have fear of getting bored with each other, growing to hate each other, just sitting around doing nothing, growing fat together while you watch reality TV? Like, what is your fear with commitment? What scares you? What makes you reluctant to commit? Because a lot of people are.
I think the main thing that scares people about commitment is letting go of their friends. Like, when you're in a committed relationship, a lot of guys or girls might not want you to have friends of the opposite sex, and your friends might be your everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people look at their friends as family. You know what I mean? So, and I'll say for one, I have a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Do you?
If it was an issue for my partner, then I would try to correct it, but it's going to turn into I'm sneaking around, hiding the fact, because how fair is that to cut off friends that are going to be there?
But the reason that you have a lot of these male friends is because of what you do for a living.
Exactly.
Which takes us into our next number.
Clean it up, Ken.
What's your schedule? Your work life? What I mean by that, everybody knows that the first 3 months of relationship is bliss. It's perfect. It's a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's crazy. No matter what time you want them there, they're going to be there. No matter what you need them to do, they're going to do it.
Right. So basically, with that being said, nothing is going to come between those dates that you're looking forward to or those night phone calls that you've made a habit at this point. But that's not going to be the case forever.
True.
Meaning, one conversation that you do want to have with your partner is about their work life, what they do for a living. Why I say that is because you're going to have a very different relationship from someone who's all into their work. They work all day, every day. They have to get this done. This is their main goal. This is their way of making ends meet, so they take this very seriously, versus someone who either doesn't have a job or they have a job, but they don't care about it, so they just slack off every day, all day. They just slinging hot dogs. It's like, you're going to have a very different type of relationship. So you need to make sure that your balance and what you're okay with accepting is going to balance out.
Well, that sounds like you don't want somebody to have a job, though.
No, that's not what I'm saying. There are, unfortunately, some people like that.
It is.
But personally, what I'm saying, for me, I need my partner to have a job. I respect your time at work. So we can have that conversation up front that you're going to be into your work. You have to go to work. You're going to be there 5-6 days a week. I need to know this up front, so it's no surprises. I'm like, why can't we go out? We've been going out every single Thursday. Why are we not going out this Thursday? Well, because I don't have any more vacation days left. Like, you see what I'm saying?
So you mad?
So you can't.
Do you care about the money?
Exactly.
Like, really, like, seriously.
So you definitely want to set the expectation as far as what your work life is with your partner. Ready for number 7?
I'm ready.
Marriage.
What?
You don't know what that means, do you? Now, the reason I say that is it's really not cool to spend a year in a committed relationship with someone who wants to get married, and you know good and well that you don't plan on this ever happening.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Marriage is a big word. That's a big step for people, too. So it's like, you know, excuse me, because I'm, you know.
Right, and not everyone assumes that you're going to get married, especially these days, clearly. But, you know, it's just, you want to have that conversation. Where do you want to go? Do you see yourself married in the future? Do you see our relationship possibly ending in marriage? Where is this going? Because if I want this, and this is my #1 goal for life, but you really just want to be dating for the rest of your life, we're not going to work out. And I'd rather know that now rather than later.
It's just scary.
Why is marriage scary, Pumpkin?
Marriage is scary, guys.
Because you have to put all your eggs in one basket?
I blame my friends that got married early. Because most of my friends that got married early are no longer married. And I think that you need to be ready. You definitely got to be ready for that. That's a big step.
I just got a tweet that said I seem very passionate about this subject.
He's very passionate. Yes, he is.
And again, we'll explain our personal feelings on the putting your eggs in one basket in just a second.
I got one that says they work all day, every day. Sounds like one of my followers. I know that's right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Just have that conversation with your partner. Let me know that you work all the time. Don't date me for the first week and I see you every single day. Then all of a sudden you disappear. What are you doing? I need to know.
So you think they're cheating, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But that's why you had that conversation. See, this is why this
See, they got
necessary.
eggs in the basket. Go ahead.
Number 6. Sex.
What about sex, Ken?
Of course. You'll know whether or not you're sexually compatible without talking, of course.
You think so?
But being able to talk about sex is essential for when you don't have anything to talk about. Like, what I'm saying is, does this person consider good sex to be a value of theirs? Is that a deal breaker of the relationship? Are they open to experimenting as you're having sex throughout this relationship? Are the two of you going to be able to navigate through this together, having sex? Like, if we're not on the same sexual page, how can we have a long relationship just simply committed to each other?
So you feel like the good sex is important, or what are you saying?
To me, sex is definitely an important factor.
Sex can't be everything, though, people.
It's not everything. That's why there's 10 of these. But sex is definitely an important factor.
Yeah, it is. No, I understand. I understand.
So let me ask you this. If you enter this relationship and you do decide to put all your eggs in this one basket, and because you didn't have this conversation, you find out that the sex is lame, would you still be okay and satisfied with the decision that you made to commit?
I've been in a relationship before with bad sex.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. How long did that last?
I have. I mean, years.
Well, now we see that they're no longer there.
Yeah.
So that tells you all you need to know there.
Well, it wasn't just the sex, Ken. I think what's more important to me is that you can just keep me, like, happy. Seriously, happiness is everything.
So as long as I'm keeping you happy, I can come in the room with the lamest ping that you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And you're satisfied. You're fine with that.
Because love, Ken. Love.
How can we fall?
Love is everything, Ken.
How can we fall in love if...
So you can't marry nobody if the sex ain't good. You can't be in love with somebody if the sex ain't good.
What I'm saying is that we're not going to make it to the point where we can decide that we can get married if the sex is lame.
Wow. So you feel like
made it that far.
You feel like that's a reason for cheating?
I'm not saying it's a reason to cheat, but it is a reason to step away and find something that's better for you.
You don't feel like
we all deserve the best in life, Pumpkin.
You don't feel like you can fix that, though? That's something you can fix. Sex is something you can fix.
Is it?
Yes.
Number 5, money.
Money is a big issue.
At some early stage in your relationship, before getting married or before moving in together, you need to talk money. It's not going to be the most romantic conversations you can possibly have, but it's definitely important. I actually looked up a few different studies. And according to those studies, 1 in 4 couples argue about money. So it's definitely best for everyone to be open and honest from the forefront on what your financial situation is. Don't have me thinking that we're on the same level.
We're balling out of control over
together.
Here, baby.
And after the first month, when your tax return is ran out,
you brought in the tax.
I'm paying for everything. Let me know up front. Let me make that decision for myself before I decide to commit to you and solely you. You with me on that?
Money is a big aspect in all relationships, though. Money
absolutely
causes problems in relationships. It actually makes people frustrated a lot, you know, if you're not happy financially, especially men, so.
Absolutely. And, of course, as we're going through this top 10, you guys can give us a call. The number is 804-915-5202.
We got a sex tweet.
What's that?
She says, I'm crazy. Pumpkin, you're crazy. Sex keeps me happy. We all deserve the best in life.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Seriously?
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Moving into number 4. What are your goals? The reason I say that is not just for my future or your future. What is our future looking like together? Because what your goals in life may be, they may not fit with what I plan on doing. Realistically, we may not be able to make these two things fit so that we can move forward together. So we need to have this conversation now. What are your goals in life? Where are you going? Because if they don't work out, then we need to both move on.
How soon do you have that goals conversation? Is that something you do in the beginning?
Like I said at the beginning, in a disclaimer, you don't have to have any of these conversations immediately or today, tomorrow, or at the same time.
Yeah.
But before you decide that this is the one person for you and that you're going to push everyone else out,
okay,
you need to have some of these. You need to have all of these, really, because you don't know the person that you're dealing with without this information.
Okay.
And, of course, if you disagree with me, give us a call. Tweet me at It's KenBarbie. That's ITS KenBarbie.
You can tweet me also at TLL Pumpkin.
And we're narrowing it down. We're at number 3.
Uh-oh.
Number 3 is children. For example, she really wants them. You don't have the first interest in a child. So that's automatically going to cause conflict. If you are in a relationship with me and I'm expecting to build a future with children with you down the line, and we get down the line and I'm still wondering why no one's pregnant, that's going to be an issue. And let's take a call before we get further into that.
All right.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Yes, good evening. How y'all doing this evening?
We're doing good.
Great. How are you?
Great. Okay, I want to ask a question.
All right.
I agree with you. There's some you need to get a lot of things straight, before you make that final commitment of marriage. But you know what? Like after marriage, some people might say, "Well, I just changed my mind."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what do you do in that situation? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because a lot of times people don't stay the same way. I mean, people are still growing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying about the question. Yeah, I agree with that. But people just change up on you.
They
and
sure
do you
do.
think there's a difference between commitment, the word commitment, and unconditional? Yeah,
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Thank you for calling. We'll address that. Pumpkin, I'll let you go first. Do you think there's a difference between unconditional love and commitment to someone?
The unconditional love, I mean, anybody can have that, right? You think?
No.
You don't think so?
And the reason I say that is because...
Then sex wouldn't matter, Ken.
No.
No, sex wouldn't matter if it's unconditional love, Ken.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
These are questions that you should ask before you decide to commit, correct?
That's right.
These are things that you should consider before you decide to commit, correct? So, once we've committed to each other,
Okay.
at that point, I'm saying that I'm going to love you unconditionally. I'm saying that I'm not going to let the smallest thing tear me away from you. So commitment and unconditional love, to me, that goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Of course, others may feel differently, but to me, it goes hand in hand.
So
Don't commit to me if you can't.
you'll be cool then with the funds and everything.
Mm-mm. That's why we're going to have these conversations first.
All right.
Yeah, so as far as the children, you don't want children to be, some people, that's what they live for. They live to continue their legacy and give birth and so forth.
You're right.
So you don't want to get in a relationship with one of those individuals and you don't plan on giving them a child. That's their goal in life. You just ruined it.
Yeah.
And that could also go another way as well. Maybe if they already have children. Do they want more? Are you okay with being a parent figure in their life? Like, you need to have these conversations and determine where it's going.
So that might be a reason to not put all your eggs in one basket. That's why people keep an exes around. See what I'm saying? Because one of your exes
birth a child with ex. What?
Maybe. I mean, it happens. It does happen though. Like I'm gonna go back to my ex, and they have baby or whatever.
Okay.
This is how people have babies on people.
I'm interested in discussing this, so let's move forward to number 2. Cheating.
Uh-oh.
Before we get into our number 2, let's take a call.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Lauryn, I love you.
What?
Everybody, it's Milan.
I'm so mad at you.
I just wanted to talk about the topic a little bit. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, I want to talk about the Beyonce. I did see it, and she did do her thing. I was really excited for her.
Milan, that is not the time for that.
Well,
Business. Oh my God.
About it on the show, didn't y'all?
Y'all in business, man.
There's always time for business. Come on.
Oh my God.
Well, she did do the show blindfolded. Whether it was 2 seconds or an hour, she was up there and she couldn't see nothing. Okay.
See nothing.
Second of all, let's talk about this whole relationship thing. I've been all over this country, okay, and I've been dating and dating and dating and dating. And one thing that you need to know is just that everybody a liar. Everybody's gonna lie to you.
Thank you.
Can't don't sit there and ask nobody nothing off that list because they're going to lie to you.
Milan, he's blindfolded. He's blindfolded. He can't see none of that.
Right. They just going to lie. They're going to lie, and they're going to lie. See, I've been in this situation, right? And I've been waiting to kind of get this off my chest.
Are you about to air it out?
Yes.
Go ahead, girl.
I was currently in a situation, right? And you know what? I ain't even gonna do that.
Wow.
You can't get us prepared for that and then you have to air it out.
Well, okay, I was in a situation where I so-called myself putting all my eggs in one basket, and it didn't work out for me because down the line, people change. And like the last caller said, people simply change their mind.
Yeah.
I changed my mind plenty of times. Ken, you know me. Girl, it'll be the littlest thing that I'll find out, and it'll be like, you're like, girl, you left-handed? Oh, no.
You mean tell me I thought you was right-handed all the time and you left-handed?
Yeah, like what was another thing on that list? It was something else, but it's just like people just gonna lie to you all day, and you never gonna know the truth. So it's like just don't get your hopes up.
So okay, let me ask you a question though. Going into this relationship with the mentality of everybody's gonna lie, it's never gonna work out. When will you be happy? At what point are you gonna settle down if you go into every relationship thinking like that?
You know, it's not to treat everybody like that, but one way for me, I found out that the best way to not get your heart broken is to pretend like you don't have one.
Oh, man. That's tough, though.
Thank you for calling. Pumpkin.
That's tough.
That sounds like you.
I got a heart. I have a heart. I do. I just, you know.
I disagree.
Stevie J.P.
But
I'm joking, y'all.
Let me go ahead and finish out the top 10.
Off the record. Put that off the record. Hey, cut that out. Matter of fact.
The female Stevie J. So number 2 is cheating. People have really different ideas of what cheating is. So you want to make sure that your definitions of cheating match. Because I may feel like you texting and flirting with someone else is cheating, and you may feel like you're doing nothing but showing common courtesy to another person.
Yeah. So
we need to set that expectation up front. What is being unfaithful to our relationship? Not even necessarily what's being unfaithful to a relationship altogether, because everybody's definition of a relationship isn't the same. So specifically for us, what is cheating? What are you not okay with? That's a conversation that you do need to have up front.
It's not much to that. I mean, anything that you're doing that you're hiding from your partner is considered cheating when it has something to do with somebody of the opposite sex, point blank, period. I mean, if you feel like you're getting a text message in your phone that you can't show to your partner, you're probably cheating. You're hiding something. Or you feel like that they might not approve of what the text message say. It could create a big argument in your household. You're hiding it. You're kind of cheating.
And I do agree with that. And another way that conversation will go is you also want to establish, is cheating a deal breaker? If you do this to me, is it over?
No. Certain stuff can't be a deal breaker. Like, you know, the phones are an issue, period. Just get rid of the cell phones. When we had beepers, we didn't have to go through this. You had codes. So now you got these daggone cell phones that tell the whole story. You can put everything on the phone. You got pictures. Instagram going to get y'all in trouble. Emails going to get you in trouble. Twitter, all that. We didn't have that back in the day. You just had a phone. Now, when somebody send you that I love you, when you turn the beeper upside down. See, you might not know about this, Kim, but it's a way.
I don't want to know about that.
So, but I'm just saying, if that came across the beeper, your relationship over. But you could delete that. You can delete text messages, too, but
I just got a tweet that said, everybody's a cheater, don't trust anybody. Come on, you guys. Like,
no, everybody is a cheater. I agree, and a tweeter.
I'm not a cheater. And you will not label me as a cheater.
Ken, you are the one in 9.99999 million that doesn't.
So, again, I asked you the same question I just asked the last caller.
Okay.
If you're thinking everybody is going to cheat on you, how do you ever expect to be happy? If you're not given a fair chance.
Like that. No, I don't look at it like everybody is cheating on me. I look at it more like if I don't know about it, it's not gonna hurt me.
Please.
Don't tell me. You look for it, you find it. I don't go looking. I stopped fishing back in the day.
Anyway,
stop fishing, people. Chill. Be happy. Let these insecurities go. You know what I'm saying? Be secure with yourself. You good. your relationship is good, you come home, you happy. As soon as you touch somebody's phone, it's over.
But if we're only happy because I don't know that you've been texting the next...
Why you want to be so nosy?
It's
You're
not
just nosy. You just want to know everything.
There's a level of respect, and then there's nosy.
Are you in the bathroom right now? What time you going to the bathroom, boo? No, Ken, it's too much. Sometimes you got to have space. I mean, I give everybody their space. Now, there is a term that if, you know, you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves. So if you let your partner be out there and doing this and doing that, eventually it's going to get back to you. Trust and believe. That's when you got a problem. But if you never know about it, you really can't. Because think about it. I told you this the other day. People got lunch dates at work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your partner might have a lunch husband or a lunch wife that they go to work, and when I get to work, my work buddy, my work hubby, my work wife, all that, you know, people really do that. No, seriously, they do it. I had a work husband before.
And that's why you want to have this cheating conversation, because you may feel
I'm not a cheater.
You may feel like you're
That's
having...
my past life.
You may feel like you're having harmless fun by saying this is my work hubby, but your
And
partner
you'll be mad, right?
I would be I would feel very disrespected.
Wow. We're just at work having a little fun. That's it.
You're not at work to have fun. Number one. Let's get into the number one reason. Give me a drum roll or something. Just. Why do you want to commit to me? So this can go in different levels. Don't just say that one question. Level this up. So is it because you can't stand to see me with somebody else? You think you're a good match, but no one else could be? Like, what is the reason that you want to commit to only me?
I can't stand to see you with somebody else. Sound like some stalker stuff.
It could be you enjoy my company more than you've ever enjoyed anyone else's. It could be a number of reasons, but that's why we need to have the conversation to decipher, why do you want to commit to me? Let's make sure that we have the same reasons for wanting to commit to each other.
Okay.
Because if you only want to commit to me just because you don't want to see me messing with the next person, but I'm looking to commit to you because I honestly see myself spending the rest of my life with you, that's something that needs to be put on the table. Realistically, it may not be said in those terms.
Yeah.
But we need to have a conversation. What are we committing for?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ken. I'm not sure you're going to get the right answer, as Milan said. You're not going to get the right answer. You're never going to get the truth. I mean, you one of those people, Ken, that I'm going to tell you what sounds good. That's how it is. I'm going to tell you whatever you want to hear to make this work. That's how much I love you. I love you so much that I'm going to tell you anything you want to hear. And you're going to believe it. And you're going to walk away and just feel like the sun is shining and you're in this fairy tale world, because that's where you're living. It's a fairy tale, Ken.
I just got a tweet.
It's not real life.
That said, look at everything. Check your text messages, check the work schedule, check their Instagram comments, all of that. So apparently I'm not the only one who feels like I need to know. I need to be in the know on what's going on, okay?
Too much. Y'all nosy.
It's not about being nosy. It's making sure that we're on the same page as far as this commitment that we've just entered. So let's
address some of these questions we have. Let me pull up my dirty laundry notes. I go through my notes. So first of all, as we told y'all, you know, this is the egg factor tonight. Should you put all your eggs in one basket? You know, call us and tell us how you feel about that. 804-915-5202. And placing all your eggs in one basket, meaning you're just going to commit to this one person. You're not going to have any outside interference, okay? That means you're cutting off your friends, your work husbands.
You're not necessarily
the
cutting off
opposite
your
sex.
friends.
I mean, you know,
you can have friends of the opposite sex as long as you know how to handle those friends. As long as you're not flirting with those friends or having sex with those friends. You know, as adults, we all know what's appropriate and what's not.
We do. We do. And again, that's where trust comes in at. Okay? You still got to be able to trust that. Just know, a lot of people ain't to be trusted. That's all I'm saying. You got to have trust. But as long as you have trust in your relationship and you're cool with the outside interference, everything will be fine. Me personally, putting your eggs in one basket, I don't feel like you ever should. I just don't. I mean, until you get married. That's how I feel. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Like,
so how...
when you get married, that's your full commitment. Everything else is done. You got a ring on it. Baby, I'm you. I'm all you. But at the end of the day, trust and believe that your partner has friends of the opposite sex, same sex, whatever the heck they got going on. Trust and believe they have friends. I mean, you're not going to ever be the only person that they can talk to. And it's not even fair to do somebody like that, honestly.
It's not about not having other friends. It's about how you handle those friends. So, okay, you just said that you never should put all your eggs into one basket until you're married. How do you ever expect to get on the same level as someone that you can say that I'm ready to marry you if you haven't even fully committed to that person because you're still talking to everybody else because you're still scared?
How you talking to them, like you just said. So, if you're cool with me being able to keep my friends, then we're going to have the perfect relationship. You know, we'll be fine.
So let's establish this. What is your... I'll say that question. Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hey, it's me again. I'm sorry. I got to agree with Pumpkin on this one. Pumpkin, I agree with you 100%. You have to lie to them. This is what you do. I was sitting here watching this show, and I started to think, I'm a good person. And when I date fair. But I don't get you nowhere. This is what you got to do. I already told you they're going to lie to you and everything. Double check their IDs because they're going to lie about their name. They're going to be like, oh, my name's Jay, and their name is really James. They liars. That's how instinctive they lie.
Yeah, you already lying.
This sounds like a personal experience.
Yeah.
What you got to do is you gotta trick them into thinking, you know, like, I'm a good person too. So you lie to them until you get that ring, Pumpkin. See, I see where you're going there because then if you think you're going to leave me, oh, no, because if you leave me, I'm going to leave with alimony this time. And then I'm going to get 3/4, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to go for pain and suffering. I'm going to go for alienation of affection. I'm going to go for emotional distress.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna go for
Thank you for calling.
A fool. A fool, man.
No.
I agree.
So how are we ever going to get on the same level to say that we can get married if you haven't fully committed to me because you're still talking to everyone else?
Okay. No. I can fully commit.
Mm-hmm.
If whatever bothers my partner in a relationship, I want us to be able to be open and talk about it, okay? We can talk about it, whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a real issue with a certain person around me, I can fix that. But do not expect me to just end everything that I have because you're going to end up by yourself.
Right. Okay.
And who you going to have to talk to? Nobody. When they gone.
I have another question for you, too.
Relationships don't last forever, y'all.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm trying to, okay, so y'all talking about commitment, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so, you know, it really ain't much commitment out here anyway. Everybody think they can do their little thing on the low and still have a faithful partner, you know what I'm saying? Then get mad when they find out somebody else doing something and they want to get mad and say, oh, well, you did this and you did that. Well, you did this and did that too, you know? So it's really no good relationships out here, and the good ones is taken by the bad ones, and the bad ones got the good ones. So
that's right.
So we all just out here
trying to survive.
That's it.
I know, right? So, I mean, it really ain't much for real.
Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
It's the truth.
You guys are depressing me.
No, Ken.
I feel like no one has hope.
No, it's some good people out here, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is it don't make you bad because you got a little something that's keeping you whole on the side. That little egg over there in that other basket might just have your household the best in the world because they might have just had a phone call with their good friend or whatever, their ex. Because remember, we're cutting off exes too, right? They might have just had a good conversation with them. Sometimes an ex can be a good person to talk to because they know you too, just as well.
Thank you for calling Dirty Laundry.
Hello, can you please come by and pick up my dirty underwear, as I don't want any starch in my shirts, and my jeans, I want them ironed and pressed. Thank you.
What?
You know what? What just happened?
Y'all go get his underwear and stuff and iron it and press it. So, but what I was saying was the ex.
I think it was supposed to be a joke.
Oh, because it's dirty laundry. Ha! I get it. I got it.
Thanks for calling Dirty Laundry.
Oh my God, I'm watching y'all now.
Hello.
Hey.
Do you have a comment?
Yes, I love y'all.
We love you
Love
too.
you back.
And I love your necklace.
Thank you. What do you think about putting all your eggs in one basket? Are you willing to commit to one person, or do you think you should keep your options open?
I'm willing to commit to one person.
See, I like her. Thank you for calling. I like her because all of you guys are out here acting like there's no hope for anybody, and
It is. It is.
it is.
Don't get me wrong. It is.
So here's my question for you, Pumpkin.
Okay.
You mentioned something about you still being able to have your friends. So what exactly is your personal definition of friends? Are these people who you're attracted to, who you've been romantically involved with in the past, or are these legitimate friends like you and I sitting beside each other?
I have a lot of male friends, me personally, and we've never looked at each other like that. We have more of a brother-sister relationship, and I know a lot of people are like, that's just like my brother, whatever, y'all been together. Most people say that. It's like, no, they slept together. But it's not like that. It's just, I like guys better than females. I get along better with guys.
And you know what? Again,
I can't help it.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that as long as you handle yourself accordingly.
Exactly. You know, I can talk to guys about stuff. I mean, even in a relationship, you know, a lot of people feel like, I don't want my relationship out there. I don't want nobody to know about what's going on in my household or this and that. But at the same time, you can't keep all that bottled up.
Right.
You got to be able to talk to somebody eventually. So, you know, you might want to just talk to one of your big brothers or whatever and just say, hey, am I doing something wrong? Because this is what's going on, and they can give you some advice. So I feel like that it should be cool for your partners to have friends of the opposite sex or whatever, just to keep your partner sane. For real.
But what about...
crazy.
We also mentioned exes. Okay.
Let's talk about the exes.
So what if this is that ex whom they just broke up with maybe a month or two ago? They never really lost feelings for, and they're continuously having conversation with this person while you're pursuing a new relationship. Is that okay as well, just because you're saying you need friends?
I feel like the exes need to be gone. I'm so serious. Now, Ken, I know I told you that some exes are relevant. You need them.
Absolutely.
You know, I might have an ex that was really good with working on my car. So I'll call them when my car breaks down, you know, and they might look out. Now, the problem with that is you cannot tell your partner that you called your ex because of your car issue. But keep in mind, your partner might not know the first thing about cars, though. It's like, no, take it to the Honda dealer. But my boy, which my boy is my ex, he knows somebody that can get this done for the low. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a resource. It's a resource.
Look at that from their point of view, though. So what if they need a cake baked, and you don't know the first thing about baking? So they go to their baby mother, who is hopelessly still in love with them, because she's an expert at baking cake.
And she do it better.
Right. Are you okay with that, just because she knows how to bake the cake and you don't?
If I can go to, can I get a piece? Can I get a slice of that cake?
See, that's unfair.
Maybe she can teach me how to do it just the same.
I don't know. I'm a little bit torn as far as exes is concerned, because I do believe some exes do build valid friendships.
It can, but nobody will ever believe y'all are just friends.
Right, very true.
Nobody will ever believe that you're just friends with your ex.
Oh. I was about to give a personal story, but unfortunately I'm a bad example, so let's move on.
See, you shady. You don't keep it 100, Ken. See, I keep it 100 with y'all. Come on, Ken, this dirty laundry.
What do you want me to say?
Air it out, whatever you was about to say.
Well, I was actually just going to say that some exes do remain valid friends, and it's up to the partner to have that much trust in their new significant other that they're not messing with their former lover.
Exes gotta go. Just got a tweet that said, exes gotta go, Ken. They gotta go. I agree, they gotta go.
What if they're friends?
I don't believe that. I do
Okay,
not
so
believe that.
you're not friends with any of your exes?
I have exes that I can say we are friends to the point where I will speak to them when we're out in public or somewhere. If I see you, I'm never going to be rude. I'm going to speak to you. But we're not talking on the phone every day. I don't got nothing to talk to you about. They say don't tread backwards, baby. I don't do that.
And it's not treading backwards if it's a valid friendship.
You ain't, what kind of friends you got, Ken? You got a couple exes?
No.
Okay.
I had an ex who was a friend.
Okay.
And they were a friend.
Now, does the sexual chemistry come back?
In my situation, the sexual chemistry never left. But
It didn't.
some people are valid friends. Speaking outside of my situation, some people, they don't look at their ex like that anymore. I do have a friend who was with their significant other for years. After they've broken up, they both moved on to their own relationships, and they can remain cordial and just friends to this day. They can sit in the same room and not do anything or look at each other in that same way.
The only time that an ex needs to be around is if it is children involved, and that's it. That's how I feel.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, if it's
Because
children
you have to
involved,
look at it like this. Some people, everybody's not meant to be together. Some people really are better off as friends. You don't know
and you
that
find that
unless you
out after you had sex. Right. Yeah.
No, you found that out
I guess
after.
it wasn't good enough.
You
then.
found that out
I
after.
guess it's just not good enough. So if it's not good, then guess what? We'll be the best of friends forever.
You found that out after you've experimented this relationship with them that did not work out. So now you see, okay, we need to just be friends at this point.
Oh, boy. See, every time we have these conversations, the show be almost over. We got 3 minutes, guys. So, you know, hit us up on Twitter or on Facebook. You can hit me up at I Am Pumpkin Green on Facebook.
You can hit me up on Facebook as well at It's KenBarbie. The only difference is it's a Z instead of an S on it.
Let's finish this up. Let's go to social media.
I'm definitely interested in what you guys have to say. So
hit me up. What? Our Twitter and Instagram up there. See, I don't got my glasses on.
But keep in mind that you can also check out this episode on YouTube as well as KenBarbie.com. So you can also leave in the comments there as far as what you think on this particular subject and how you feel.
It'll be on YouTube tonight.
It'll be up in the next
few hours. You gonna push it? Because Ken is good with that. So y'all can pull it up on the YouTube page, youtube.com/2. That's the number 2, The P Show. You can also catch us tomorrow on thepshow.com. Ken, Catching Up with Ken.
Right, I'll be there with Catching Up with Ken, which is my entertainment segment. That's what I specialize in.
We're there from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'm excited for next week's show. That's what are we going to talk about?
We're not going to reveal that just yet.
We can't ever give away our secrets that early.
It's stragglers out here. Somebody,
Yeah.
But, yeah, you guys can check me out. Hit me up on Twitter at It's KenBarbie. That's at TS KenBarbie. And, of course, check out It'sKenBarbie.com, your #1 source for news and entertainment all week long. Before you
That's right. And we're here every Friday at 9 p.m. And you can pull us 2 ways. Comcast, Channel 36, and Verizon, Channel 95. Richmond, Henrico, Hanover. Sorry, Chesterfield.
Spread the word to your friends. We're actually working on a few things that's going to allow us to expand to broader horizons, so to speak. So just stay tuned. We'll be touching everybody pretty soon.
All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with us now. You know, check out thepshow.com. Check out itskenbarbie.com. Check out YouTube. Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter now.
We need to know what y'all think about putting your eggs in one basket. Because apparently I'm the only one left with hope, so we'll see. Hit us up.
He lying.
I'm
a liar.
I am hopeful. y'all just don't have no hope.
None at all, Kevin.